The Queen's funeral's currently on. I was in Richmond on a complimentary coffee and biscuits and listened to some of it, but it's quite sad. This bench I'm sitting on in this bench I'm sitting on in Tomatul Square is reminiscent of the time I sat in Zurich. Had a rendezvous with a diamond merchant, and I was carrying an attaché case with £18,000 and several $1,000s, and Mr. Hanz Reich failed to turn up at the rendezvous point at the appointed time, and as a result the diamond transaction did not, car passing, did not go ahead, and as a result of my time wasted, van about to pass. Van has already passed. As a result of Mr. Reich's, inconsiderate actions, I billed him for my time to the cost of 1,900 Great British pounds. And Mr. Heinrich paid the £1,900 for my inconvenience. So that was rather considerate of Mr. Heinrich after being so inconsiderate regarding the diamond transaction. I'm looking at this bin. It's called a Wheelie bin, and on my calculations there are now more wheelie bins in the UK than there are people. For example, in Scotland, in my regional area, we have 3 bins per household, and as a result of having 3 bins per household, we need a further extension to our garden area, and this means that people who have a car, a vehicle, can no longer park in their driveway. They now have to park on the street. People who were maybe intending to extend their property by means of a extension for a kitchen or a bedroom extension out the way no longer have the space to do so because of these 3 wheelie bins. These wheelie bins in a village are also very unsightly, and these wheelie bins, unlike humans who, if they were just standing there for hours and hours and hours, could be done with, as I say, could be stopped by the police and perhaps spoken to in regards to their loitering, perhaps loitering with intent, although whatever the intent is hasn't really been legally established in law. How can you prove intent? There is no intent if you're standing still for 4 hours, or like this wheelie bin, for days and weeks on end. I reckon if there's 5 to 6 million people currently residing in Scotland, well, there's easily 18 to 20 million wheelie bins residing in Scotland, and these wheelie bins don't pay any tax. They don't pay any council tax, and they're rather rude wheelie bins. They don't converse with anybody. Very silent people. They're very isolated individuals on many occasions. Sometimes they group together, mainly in domestic properties where these extensions on the properties can't be built as a result of these wheelie bins taking up valuable space. So we have a loitering wheelie bin here, and we have a loitering wheelie bin there, and we have a loitering wheelie bin just over the other side over there. Car about to pass. Car has passed. We also have a other wheelie bin hiding. He's hiding. He must have done something wrong. Perhaps he's shy. I think he's maybe fallen out with the other wheelie bins in the district. But he certainly doesn't want to be found over there. I think he's just shy. Yeah, so my rendezvous of this person that was meant to take me to see this elderly gentleman has not turned up, and as I said last night, perhaps if I can remember saying it on camera, sometimes people talk a lot of shite, but what I mean in with greater clarity is sometimes people who have a drink tend to make arrangements which they never fulfill, like saying I will meet you and take you and all this sort of stuff, but it's definitely a non-starter. But I'm not disappointed. To be fairly honest, I can't be arsed anyway. Lamp post spoils view. Wheelie bin spoils view.